we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Reese Davis, David Collin, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Well, guys, Coach knows this is going to be a hostile environment. Their game plan is really centered around throwing the ball today. Why? Their quarterback has a chance to go down in history. They want to get the win first and foremost, but second on their mind, making sure that this beloved young man who has meant so much to this team has a chance for his name to go down in history as the most passing yards ever at this school. We'll see if they get him the ball early and often, get that passing game and rhythm going here so they get a win and some history to start this game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Hawkeyes ready to kick it away first. From deep, it's Barney. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The run to the left. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Back to throw, it's Calandria. He lobs one high down the left side. Goes high to pull it in. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Barney. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Right back to it. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Special. Normal options page.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. There's some room. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. He has stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
And how about a decision time right off the jump? 4th down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. Palmer, what you going to do?
I'm taking the points right here. It's early in the game. You're trying to pay off this opening drive. Just get some points up on the board. If it was a little closer to the end zone, I'd say maybe go for it, but I'm playing conservative.
Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first.
Entering play
after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend.
Plates, run, option, formation, shield punt, field goal.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He got it. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. Start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Swapped immediately.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Cover 6 personnel, odd, pinch up 0.
The Hawkeyes are facing 3rd and inches. Pushes ahead. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Yeah, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in, And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Long way to go on second down.
Yes.
Hits inside. It's Phillips. Just smothered on the play.
Entering play call.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44.
Custom adjustments. Custom adjustments.
He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Hawkeyes are rolling down the field. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter.
There are 6 categories. You have 9 options. Pinch up 0 is selected.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Here's a give to Malton. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
6 categories.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Unloads to the wideout. Holds on, it's Diaz. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running the red zone, it's Moulton. There's got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Iowa! Great job by the back on the option.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Coach suggestions. There are 8 RPO peaks. Out and ups.
So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Scanning the field, it's Calandria. They're all over it. And the ball comes out. What a disaster.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And the Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. He lost one down the sideline. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver at his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Cornhuskers will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And the returner is stopped.
Entering play call, racing. There are 6 categories. You have 9 options. Load block ride is selected.
The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Second down, gonna throw it. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Got his man on the outside. There he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the fastest rolls. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They'll try the right side. On the move at the 30. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig. I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska is going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
They'll give it to him again. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
He wants to go deep. Makes a deep grab. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
I like this coaching staff scheming fade routes out in the field. We're so used now in college football to seeing those throws only down in the end zone. But, hey, you've got a lot of green grass to throw to. Press man coverage gives you the opportunity. Take the shot.
Looking to pass. It's Calandria. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The snap sets up the throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
He'll be wrestled out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Personnel, there are 6 categories. You have 7 coach suggestions. Cover 4 cons. Cover 4 cons. Personnel, there are 6. Penny, you have 15 options. Cover 4.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive.
Adjustments.
Wide receiver going in motion. First play of this drive. Fires to the tight end.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
There are 6 categories.
And the Hawkeyes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Running inside. It's Moulton. Oh, he's got some space. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Sends it back in motion. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Fires to the middle. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Out of the gun with Kamari Malton. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The run in, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball, going to be a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground, jump on it. That's an odd shot.
Entering paused screen, you have 8 options. Resume is selected. Entering cancel.
That bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job on the defense covering that thing up.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air. It's Calandria. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Got a man. It's Nelson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. Going to throw it deep. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15
Lining up for the PAT.
Empty selected.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Play high, error 6, concept. Cover 1. Person, prevent, free key. You have 3 options. Prevent is selected.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Got room at the 35. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. One more snap coming before halftime. On first down, it's Malton again. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellows, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We start with UCF taking on the number 16 team, the UNLV Rebels. And it's the Knights coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. That victory caps off a 9-3 regular season, respectable by any program's measurements.
Play high, error 6, cover, prevent.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Quick give, it's Moulton. Got an alley. He's past the marker. Maybe a crease. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Iowa! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
The 18 unit on the field. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Deep in the end zone, it's Barney. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground.
Outside. PhD stretch.
The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Handoff again. Looking for a crease. Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
All right, David, as someone that loves defense and sound defense, how would you evaluate their job fitting that?
To quote the great philosopher Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Defense is about making the ball go where you want it to go. Like guys doing their job and fitting it to the second-level player correctly. That was a clinic tape on what not to do.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Got the back over the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Plows his way ahead. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Entering play call.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Dropped back on first down. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Entering play call.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down to the air. They'll flip it out to the back of the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Entering play.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back.
Screen. Draw. There. Inside handoff. Out. PhD stretch.
And you have to try to apply heat to the quarterback, but you have to know when it's too much. The roughing the passer penalty gives them a first down. Takes the handoff. It's Ives. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Number 27, set to advance on the clock.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun, it's Phillips. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Handoff from Alton. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Laterals it back. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff, Moulton running left. Turning it on. Past the 20. Touchdown, Hawkeye! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? His 3rd touchdown of the game and 12th of the season. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And man, did he find a way to close with that 48-yard run for 6. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Straight ahead, it's Ives. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Play call, RPO red. Play tight, there are 8 cat. Play tight, there. Run. Inside handoff, out. AHD stretch.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They give it to him again. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Intercepted, number 19. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Special, then 3 to 6. There are 2 categories.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. Here's Kamari Malton. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
60
They'll take the penalty and move them back. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it with Malton. And he's in! Touchdown, Iowa!
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that high field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Coming out with it, it's Hunter. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there.
There are 13 categories. You have 36 options.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Throws it deep. Upstairs to make the catch. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33.
The
feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Looking to the big tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
Entering coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day.
Yes.
Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Getting that push. They pick up a 4 out to the 26.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. The Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39.
13 categories. You have 36 options. The verticals is selected.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still he's looking deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides to the back. Got a little grass. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Entering play.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's second and long. Moving the pocket, it's Calandria. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
There he goes. The 40. He's at the 30. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
Throws it off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he's
intercepted, and that total goes to 16.
Entering keep verticals. There are 13 categories. You have 36 options. For verticals is selected.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
And the Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They want to run it left here. Powers ahead, gets 4, he's down at the 10.
Keep pass verticals. There are 13 categories. You have 36 options. For verticals is selected.
Gonna have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Looking for a deep man. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
If you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose. Past the 10. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And the beatdown has ensued. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown.
Nebraska, 16.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Corners are going to bail. The give to the left. They put the brakes on it.
Entering play call.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quick completion to the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him.
He lets one fly deep. And he throws another interception. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. And here comes the Iowa offense, ready to go to work. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. And he's got the first down. Good pickup on the play there. And now we'll see what they do coming out of the 2-minute timeout.
Song blitz 1, song blitz 1, song blitz 1, song blitz 1, song blitz 1. Play tight, cover, song blitz 1, cover 4 drop. Entering pause.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. From the gun. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Left side, it's Moulton. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
And the quarterback will just drop to a knee.
Entering play call, tight. There are 4 categories. You have 15 options. Cover 3 matches selected.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee.
Ball, tight. There are 4 categories. You have 15 options. Song blitz 0 is selected.
To get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. We're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Paul.
Entering weekly advanced summary screen. Entering screen. Entering screen. Entering Dynasty Hub screen actions.